I'd like to have Eric come up, and I know he hasn't been to let too much grass grow under his feet in the last 20 or some years, but I knew him when I was once sitting out in the vestibule when he walked in to talk to my husband.
That's right.
But and he's the one that followed us around. Jeannie and I used to sit in the back of the church while Bill was talking, and I was showing her the scriptures on the Trinity and more on the deity of Christ at that point, and we were going back and forth. So I've known you for a little while, and I know the Lord's been doing a lot in your life. So tell us about maybe the last year or two, or whatever He has on your heart.
Last 30 years? No.
We don't have that much time.
See, she is good, isn't she? She knows how to cut your time, man. Just cool it. Well, God's been excellent to me since I've come to know the Lord. And I have absolutely no regrets, no turnarounds, no bad thoughts, nothing. I mean, He has done more than I could ever expect. The day that I came into Joan's office, which I didn't know Joan had anything to do with Bill, because I was a little short-tempered with Bill, but you know, Bill was a little short-tempered with me. And Joan was just sitting out there being nice. And because she knew, I guess, we were going to hit heads. And I wasn't going in there to hit heads. I was just going in to find the truth. And I did find the truth. In fact, I was going in to kind of rescue Bill. And, you know, apostate, gone astray, and out in the woods. And nobody would talk to him, you know, because he was an apostate. But, you know, I knew enough about the Bible. When there's one, you know, you go after the one. And so I went after the one. And the one went after me. But nevertheless, He led me to the Lord. And, for a long time, I was the book carrier. I'd carry His books, and we'd go around and see the different conferences. And I'd make notes, and I'd think and pray, and prayed for him, prayed for Joan, prayed for the kids. I could tell you stories about their kids that they don't even know. You guys don't know that, but I know that. Where's the boy at? Is he here? He go home? Huh? He has adenoid problems, at least at one. Who? Lyle. Adenoids. And Bill would be speaking, we'd be sitting back like over there, and he would be back here, and when Bill would come up here, he'd lay there across the seats, and you could hear him. It was just great, you know. Bill would be just ripping, you know, and he would. Yeah. God knows how to humble you, you know what I mean? But since that time, we've had a lot of people invite us to come to share a testimony. We've done radio programs. I did the Bible Answer Man thing, and did a lot of programs like that. Not very controversial, you know, real light. I never wanted to raise people's feathers. I had one program I did. Do you remember Anita Bryant? She was in Florida, and Orange Juice people were supporting her when she did the homosexual program. Well, I was in San Francisco on the radio program doing what I called Gay Day, you know, and that was, you know, I thought that was mellow. And we had a week of converted homosexuals. I had homosexuals on my program. I asked lesbians to come, everybody, you know, whoever, just come. When somebody calls, you tell them, you know, whatever. And that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. But I was always running late, and I could always hear my music playing when I was just turning off the highway, and that drove me crazy. So I had to quit that. And then I ministered in a lot of big churches, large churches. probably the largest one I spoke in was over 40,000. And the pastor said to me, I remember what he said to me. I said, can I say anything I want? He looked at me like, man, we heard about you. You're dangerous, man. He said, yeah. I said, well, some people may leave. I don't know. Tell them what you want. Let them babies leave if they want. He got angry. I said, I'm just telling you the truth. So I did, and we had hundreds come to the Lord. Really, it was great. And then I got in this thing where, everybody was wanting me to come out, and I did. I did the best I could, as far as I could, and as fast as I could. And I had a day or two off a week. The rest of the time I was traveling and speaking in Bible colleges. I love to speak in Bible colleges. Spoken a lot of Bible college. Did a lot of debates. I debated Bill. He won. I debated Walter Martin. You guys remember Walter Martin? Encounter at the Door. I wrote the script. I gave him the script. I said, Walter, stay with the script. Don't let me get you mad. Because I could get him mad real easy. He had that phony $35 wig. Did you ever see that? It was. This guy had a lot of money. I remember we went in a locker. We had 14,000 of this congregation waiting for us one night. And he wanted to go to a gym. Now, you're hearing behind-the-scenes stuff nobody knows. I said, okay, Walter, we'll go to the gym. So we go to the gym. We get in a hot tub. We go in a little steam room. We're having a good time. I said, Walter, it's time, man. We got to go. He said, we don't have to go. That guy knows 100 songs he can sing. He'll be singing songs. He'll have everybody tired. We'll just get in just right. So he gets out, and he's getting all dressed and everything. He used to wear polyester suits. You remember the polyester suits? They were the worst of the worst. Brilliant guy wore polyester suits with tennis shoes. And he had a red wig when his hair was brown. So he had about this much brown and with a $39, patch on the top, And he'd stand there in the mirror. And then he said, Erich, how do I look? I said, you look great, man. You look great. Let's go. So anyway, we got there. We had a good time there, and I spoke a lot with Walter and across the street, and we were all having a good time. We were just really doing a lot for the Lord. Then somehow, I had one of the students, I call him a student, he was about 45, and he had graduated from the Bible college, and he went to Italy. And he called me, and he said, Erich, would you come to Italy? I said, no. I can get pizza down the street, man. What do I want to go to Italy for? I heard that place is filthy and everything else. Bill trained me only go first class. Why would I want to go to Italy? No, and he goes, well, there are a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses over here. I said, well, I taught you how to do that. You do it. And he goes, oh, I want you to come over here. I said, well, I am not pulled to Italy, or drawn, or whatever you want to call it, these real religious words. I don't have a big, want to go to Italy, and especially if I have to spend my own money. And he said, well, I can't pay for you. I said, I knew that. That's why a big thing of me said no. Well, would you pray about it? And I'm not kidding you. Everything inside me wanted to say no. I wouldn't even pray about it, And I said, well, I'll think about it. No, will you pray about it? So I prayed about it. I didn't get anything because I didn't want anything, I guess. I don't know. Have you ever done that? God, shall I go to Italy? Amen. But anyway, the guy called me back in about 2 weeks. Did you pray about it? I said, yes, I did pray about it. Well, what did you get? I said, I didn't get much. Well, would you pray about it again? I said, okay.